one of our biggest challenges that we face right now and that California has been a leader on is addressing climate change. And it's not just about saving the planet. That's a very important piece, and especially in California, we're a coastal state. As sea levels rise, we're going to have to spend billions of dollars protecting our coastline. But more importantly now, the most important thing we have going on now is unemployment. We need to get Californians and Americans working again. Now, how does that happen? We didn't create Silicon Valley based on thinking we could go recreate what existed before. We saw what the future could be, and we created it anew. And that came down from policies that encouraged innovation, that built on the strengths that California has as innovators, with the best education system, the best R&D, the biggest investor base, and the best entrepreneurial talent to create the new technologies that led the future, and as a consequence, enabled us to do very well in the process. Well, that's what climate change enables us to do now. When government passes a policy that says that polluters are going to have to pay for the cost of their pollution, and says that we're going to encourage renewable energy and clean technology, that sent a message to the investment community that there's an opportunity here. This law is going to create demand for the low-carbon products and services that the new green economy can provide. And as a result of that, since that law was passed, over $10.2 billion has been invested in California in clean tech companies alone. That is 40% of total clean tech investment throughout the world, and over 70% of all investment in the United States. Meg Whitman has said for more than a year, she's been very consistent, that on her first day in office, she will issue an executive order putting our climate change law on ice. Now, what does that mean? Well, as a lawyer who works with venture capitalists and with clean tech companies, I'll tell you exactly what it means because they've already told me. They located their businesses here and they invested hundreds of millions and billions of dollars here because they believed that California had the policy commitment to make these companies thrive. If California suddenly reverses course, the VCs are moving out. It's already started to happen. Against the backdrop of Meg Whitman promising to step back on our climate change law, and against the Texas oil companies putting Proposition 23 on our ballot, which would completely rescind our climate change law altogether, Deutsche Bank announced in August that they were going to take their $8 billion clean tech fund, pull it out of the United States, and put it in countries where the governments are committed to action on climate change. Guess where that money's going, folks? It's going to China. They have been taking over solar power. They're now the biggest manufacturer in the world, and they've done it in 5 short years. We are the leaders in clean technology. As I said, 40% of all global clean tech investment has come to California because it plays to all of our strengths. We've got the best R&D in the world with the UC system, with our national laboratories. We've got more venture capital money than anywhere else on earth because of Silicon Valley and all of the investors. And we have more entrepreneurial talent to start up these companies than anywhere else because we've done it with Silicon Valley. When you're trying to do strategic planning, you always play to your strengths. We have the greatest strengths in clean tech. And that's why there are literally 1,000 new companies that have crept up since AB 32, our climate change bill law, was passed in 2006. It is happening, and if we don't seize that moment by addressing climate change now, then it's just going to, those opportunities are going to go somewhere else. And as the rest of the world starts buying all these products at even a greater level than they are now, that money is going to go flow to the countries, to the states that said this is our leadership opportunity. This is where we're going to build our economic future. That is why we have to address it now. There's only one person who has the experience to lead California, especially in this troubling time, and it's Jerry Brown.